party time. For the first minute or two, I need you to get up off your booty and shake it. Shake it, shake it. Hey! If you want to be number one in your life, in your mindset, I need you to shake that booty. Happy Saturday. Yes, I'm getting all the cameras and everything together. Oh boy, I saw a little ripple. We're not perfect, right? You see the little ripple there in my belly. But that's okay. That's okay. So I want to welcome you and also you to this happy Saturday in our absolute elite mindset first week. And like I said, right now is the time I want you to say, hey, get on board. Call your friend. Call your neighbor. Get them in the room right now. And I need you to undo your cameras. Rick Derula, undo your camera. Now, if you're driving, you can put that camera on and put it on the bottom because I want to see some interaction. I want to see some faces. Hello, Carol. Hello, Daniela. I'm going to mute you guys right now. I am Starstina, if you're wondering. Hello, Renee. Good to see you, girlfriend. She is driving. You see what happens, guys? When we're doing these virtual parties, that's what I call them, because it's all about virtuosity these days. I kind of made up that word right now. That's when you do a whole lot of stuff virtually. You like to feel the energy from the people, right? So I see Rick Derula in the building. We have lots of business owners. If you are watching this right now, you are someone who says, okay, what time is it? 10:02. Can we get one more dance party? I just want you to break your freaking neck right now. I'm gonna give us a little volume for 30 seconds.
Where we going now? Where we going now? Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Hey,
give it away, give it away, give it away now. Just give it away. Yo, here we go now. Tell me what you really wanna do. Come here, man. Talk to me, talk to me. You look like you can really give it to me. The way you're talking, the way you try to walk for me, the way you really try to put it on. God, doing it like I never did before for me. The way you break your back and I break your neck, and the way you try to put it on the floor for me. Come on, come on, come on.
I see Daniela with her beautiful background right there. Thank you for joining us, Daniela.
All day we be making it drop. So every time we come through this motherfucker, we
About
got
30 seconds. I'm going to turn the music off right now so we can go ahead and just jump. To jump. Did I say jump? Did you jump? Carol, can you call Angeline? She's calling me. I can't really talk to Angeline and talk here at the same time. So can you call Angeline? All righty, crew. So we are live here in our Zoom on YouTube, bringing you all the motivation when it comes to your coaching program, bringing you all the inspiration. I say the motivation because we got to get motivated, right? You got to get excited. If you're not excited about being alive, if you're not excited about taking your business to the next level, guess what? It's going to be a little challenging. Now, I want everyone right now to write in the chat, Rick Derula, write in the chat, introducing yourself. What type of business do you have? Because that's so important in life. Sometimes I think we forget to just kind of introduce ourselves. So I am Starstina. Yes, I almost forgot to introduce myself. And I am so excited to be here today. It is our first week. And I don't know, I think I want Carol every week. Carol is presenting today. She's all the way in California. Carol, I may have to just bring you every single week with your fire, with your energy. The idea of this coaching program came in a room. We were all in a clubhouse room and I was with a bunch of coaches and I'm like, wow, each coach has such amazing things that they do, so much amazing things that they say. And I was like, why can't we have this in one little bucket? So that's how this coaching program came to be. I'm Starstina, and I guess I'm the founder of this thing. I kind of grafted everyone together, and this is our first of many. I'm just excited about it. And today we have two coaches coming to you. Hello, Dee, how you doing? Our first coach is going to be Angeline. Angeline is amazing. So if you're just starting a business, if you're already in your business, thank you for saying good morning, Carol. Yes, let's get in those chats. Introduce yourself, introduce your business. Angeline is amazing when it comes to business. Can I tell you, I met her probably 6 or 7 months ago, and she's really on the back end, the technology side, when it comes to like websites, when it comes to landing pages, when it comes to automation. She's going to be speaking today, and she has helped my business grow so much in the past 3 months. And I say 3 months is because that's when she's been working with me with her system. So she'll be talking with you today. Carol, she is another speaker that's coming through today. She is a high performance coach. Hey there, Angeline. And it's great to have different, hi, Carol Taylor. Yes, we are all coming into the building. Chat, the name of your business. Also mute yourself when you come in too. That'll be really helpful. Come in the room, mute yourself, type in where you're coming from. I'm a Jersey girl. I'm in North Carolina right now, and we're kicking it off this first week. We have 3 more weeks after this. Each and every week, we want to grow your business. We want to grow your mindset. Grab a notebook. Rick the Ruler, Dale, do you have your notebook? Carol, do you have your notebook? Okay. Now, in a wonderful world, you were sitting down. You got your glasses on if you wear your glasses, because I'm focused, guys. I've got my notebook and pen. I don't know if you got a VIP ticket. I don't know if you got a very free ticket. I don't know if you got a regular ticket, but some of the coaches will be giving one-on-ones after this, because you may resonate with Carol. You may resonate with Angeline and say, you know what? I like what they have to say. You may want to take their course. You may want to take them as coaching, because what I've been doing is I've been pulling from all different coaches. What time is it now? Because, I'm a stickler for time, right? It is 10:06 where I am. Okay, I'm going to read the chat now. Tell me where you're from. What time is it where you're from? I know Carol's in California, so it's kind of early. Good morning. No one's got a business here. I don't see any business owners in the chat. Don't you guys want to share your business? That's how you grow your business. Did you know that I am a Traumedy energy coach? What does that mean? That means that I work with women. I do work with men as well, but I really specialize in diving with women that have gone through some type of trauma or tragedy. And I give them the tools and skills. Good morning, Chris Cynthia, to live through those traumedies. Alrighty. I want to see your face, Dale. I want to see your face, Daniela, Chris Cynthia. Bring those faces through. I have an aunt. There's Carol. See, Carol's got her face. Of course, Dee is going to have her gorgeous face there, looking all beautiful like a chocolate Barbie. Yes, my chocolate Barbie doll. So it's very important in life that you know what you want. And if you're in this room today, you have bigger thoughts. You have bigger things that you want for your life. So you surround yourself with people that are doing the damn thing. Yes, yes. I want to congratulate you, Rick, on getting the mindset to say, you know what? I want to start my own business. You said you're having trouble connecting. What is she saying there? I'm in my chat right here. I don't even know why I don't put my glasses on. I'm like stubborn here. Dee Austin, she is from New York. She is an event designer. Designer just doesn't even, that's just like, it's so much more than that. I'm loving it. We have Angeline, who's one of our speakers here coming through. Who else? Who else is talking? Owner Rick's Transports. Yes, he is in Philly. So we have Philly now. Carol Taylor in the house. Now, is Carol Taylor Carol Feely? Is that the same person? No, it's not. Carol Taylor, where are you hailing from, Carol Taylor? I would love to know. Dale, where are you hailing from? What type of business do you have? I see Mindy, the Rhino Esteem Coach. Yes. So before I throw it over for some fun this morning, I want you to tap into the chat. One thing you want to get out of this program. I also want to know if any of you have ever had a coach. If you've had a coach, what was your experience like that? To be honest, guys, I've had about 4 or 5 different coaches. I am that person when I get an idea, when I feel something, I have to feel it here, right? It's like, boom, I jump. And I've jumped with many coaches, and I realized afterwards, it's like, you know what? I don't know if this is a good fit all the way. It might fit for a few months. It might fit for a few weeks, maybe a few days, but you have to have that connection with your coach, not just physically, mentally, financially, like everything's got to go. You have to be aligned, making sure that you know what you want and they know what you want. I want to get more knowledge. Knowledge about what, Rick? Talk to me. Knowledge about mindset, knowledge about finances, because each of these coaches, like I said, it's 4 weeks. You're going to get 2 coaches each week. Each coach is an expert in their field. So for example, Carol Feely is going to talk about high performance coaching. So just listening to that, it's like, okay, you have regular performing. Think about when you're in high school, right? And you're on that track team, or you're not even on a track team, you're just running. You're running. Okay, I'm a runner. Woo woo. But then you're in school and you're racing for the track team. But then you go even higher. That's what Carol would be. She would be that high performance, that person who wants to get to the peak, who wants, actually not even to the peak, above the peak, like sky's the limit. She is a high performance coach.
Get ready.
Woo, woo, get ready. Kind of like what I say. My goal is to take you from good to great to amazing, because no one wants to be just fine, right? So someone's in Virginia. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. North Central Florida. I heard it's been cold in Florida. I don't know what is going on with the world. Okay, Carol Taylor is a virtual assistant. Are you a virtual assistant? A business? Are you a virtual assistant? Oh my gosh, Carol, please type that in. And mindset coach over 40. Oh, she's not a virtual assistant. Okay, I saw on. Oh, you're in VA. You see, that's the ADDD in me. I saw VA and I thought virtual assistant because I'm looking for a virtual assistant. So if anyone out there knows any virtual assistants, please let me know. Because I had one. Let me tell you guys, she tried to steal my clients. Can you believe that, Dumna? I had to fire her in a heartbeat. She went through my messages on Instagram and contacted my clients. But the person she contacted was my cousin. So I fired her. She's like, I was just trying to help her. I said, girl, that's my cousin, my client. She actually DM'd her. Anyway, back to the point. All right. So we're going to get started here at 10:30 sharp with our first speaker. But before we get into that, we're going to do a quick little exercise. Good morning, Crane Crane. I see Carol. I see Angeline. So I'm going to take my spotlight off and I am going to pull in replace spotlight. There we go. So we have Angeline. Have you guys ever heard of laughing yoga? Write in the chat if you have ever heard of laughing yoga. Can you say something, Angeline, so we can see if your microphone is working? I've never heard of laughing yoga.
Can you guys hear me?
We hear you loud and clear. So she is certified in laughing yoga. And let me tell you guys something. It's really important for me when someone calls themselves a coach or a trainer or a teacher, that either one, they're certified or they put the time in. I had a conversation with someone, and I know her face is on there, but that's okay. And they were saying, you know, if you have the life experience and you've done the work, you don't really have to be certified, but it's super important that you do the work. All right, so I was about to call you Carol. Angeline, I'm throwing the mic over to you. And if you can throw it back to me at about 10:27 so I can do a great intro for Carol, we can do that. I'm throwing it to you.
Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me. I'm having some tech issues today. I'm your tech sparkler, so it's
all right. Did you guys lose her or is it just
kind of funny that the tech girl is having you guys hear me okay? My connection.
You're good now. You're good now.
All right. So I want to kick us off before we get to Carol and the high performance. I'm going to reset you.
Okay, we may have to have you go from your phone because you're frozen again. Is she frozen for you guys or just me?
She's frozen.
Yeah, I thought so. All righty. So if you could jump on, I'm trying to see where my face is because I don't see my face. There we go. There we go, Tina. So you may have to actually go from your phone, Angeline, because we cannot hear you. She was going to do some yoga laughter, and she did it for me once before an event I had, and it was amazing. Let me tell you, I was very, I'm not going to say stressed, but extremely anxious, very like, and she did this laughing yoga thing for me. Oh, D, you're eating breakfast. I'm jealous. Or shall I say meal one? I haven't had my meal one yet. To be honest with you guys, I'm going to jump in the shower when there gets a break because I have been going nonstop since 4:45 this morning. I'm like a billy goat smelling. I'm hungry. I'm thinking it's, I know too much information, but hopefully she gets back here so she can give us this laugh. Everyone's got their little tea. Okay. Daniela, are you working? I see she's got her background on there. There. All right. So we're going to do a quick exercise while we wait for her to come through. Interaction. Can we write in the chat? So this is interactive for everyone. Write in the chat one goal that you're going to achieve this month in your business. One goal that you want to achieve. And for me, I've already started it. It's just being extremely consistent. It doesn't have to be a huge goal. It doesn't have to be a huge goal. Being consistent with reach outs. That's what I want to do. And what I mean by consistent, so if you want to grow your business, grow your brand, you have to be consistent, whether it's reaching out to one person a day on Instagram. Maybe it's making a post every day. So for me, it's being truly consistent to who I am and what I do, putting pockets of time together. Quinn Cynthia said posting more. I like that. And one thing I want to say about posting, guys, it's super important that you are specific and authentic with your post. Just don't throw something out there to throw something out there. I know last year I was just like, okay, Mondays I have to post this, Tuesday I have to post this. I was just very, and sometimes the post may have not been from the heart so much. And Angeline, if you get back, just say, Tina, I'm back, because I'm not looking over there. If you get your sound and stuff back, just let me know, Angeline. So yeah, with the posting, I see that, Dale, right there. Posting is so important. That's another great thing that Angeline has in her system. I've used it before. It connects them all at one place. So say, for example, you're posting on Instagram, you're posting on Facebook, you're posting on, all these others. Carol, can you take over for a hot second so I can take this phone call? Just talking about posting or something for me right there.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody on this beautiful Saturday morning? You could have chosen to be anywhere this Saturday, and I'm so thankful that you are here today. Are you ready? Are you ready for this high performance coach to come on stage in just a little while? I see Dale shaking her head. Yeah, let's just go. Let's give everybody a high five. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. We got to get the energy in the room. Tell me, shout out to me something that gets you excited. Open your mic and shout out. What gets you excited about? Why are you here today? What are you expecting?
Woo.
Come on. Come on, Dale. Let me hear from you. I know you're dying to speak.
Just listening and learning, taking in the information, and definitely getting ready for the next level, leveling up. Thank you, guys.
I love it. 2023 is going to be like a year no other. Everybody is so excited about this year. And when I don't want to give all my secrets away yet, but I'm just so excited to share. I can't say. I'm like a little kid in a candy store. So I don't want to give all it away, but I'll be on shortly. Woohoo!
Carol,
back to you,
stay
Star.
right here with me. So I'm keeping you right here. We have some technical difficulties, but it's okay. You just kind of roll with the punches, right? Rolling with the punches. So I'm going to give everyone that's watching a little update. You may have heard me say a few minutes ago that Angeline would be talking today about her program, KSA. Yes. And as I mentioned, each week there'd be a different speaker, correct? This week was going to be Angeline and Carol, and then next week someone else, and the following week someone else. And then the last week, which is February 11th, like 3 weeks from today, is going to be me. But change your plans, guys, because Angeline's internet is not working at all. So I will be presenting today. Do not ask me what it will be while Carol's talking. I will be preparing on it, but that's what we do in life, right? We roll with the punches. We were talking about social media marketing. Carol's going to get started on her topic in 10 minutes, but I just want to share with you really quick, a quick testimonial for my girl, Angeline, because I am so excited with where I am with my business. And part of that is because of her and her program, KSA. KSA stands for Crystal Kingdom. Yes, Kingdom, because it has to do with the Lord. She's into faith. Kingdom Sparkle Agency. That is the name of her business. And she really comes from her faith. And it's a technology type of company. So before I met her, I was on something called MailChimp. MailChimp is a site that lets you collect emails. Because as a business owner, you want to get emails for your clients, right? Yes, you have Facebook. Yes, you have Instagram. Yes, you have Clubhouse. You have all these sites. But let's just say one day that Clubhouse shuts down, Instagram clocks down. It's not going to happen, but let's just say it does. You want to have an outside connection with your people, with your emails. Now, when I started, actually last year, I was like at 200 and something emails, and it was so hard for me. I was like, I gotta get to 500. I gotta get to 500. And it just was not happening. I was talking, landing pages. So some people say a landing page and a website, like what's the difference? So a landing page can come within a website. Like you have your website, but then a landing page is one page where you can have all your information, boom, you hit it, right? So if you're in a room, click this button here. So I had the MailChimp, which collected the emails. And then I was on Squarespace. I've had every type of hosting system, from WordPress to Wix to you name it. And I was on Squarespace, but with Squarespace, they charge you for everything. It's like when you go to the hair salon and they charge you to wash your hair, to cut it, to color it, to look at you. It's like all these little things that they charge you. That's what Squarespace was about. So long story short, I got rid of everything and I went into her system. She also has automation. Some of you may have gotten an automation for this event today. Some of you may have gotten automation for class because you notice I've been using them a lot lately. Like, hey, there's class tomorrow, join me. So these are great tools that her system has that has helped elevate my business. My business word for this year is elevate my business, my mindset, and her program has gotten my email list from 222. I'm now at 472 emails because of her system. How did that work? I had an event where I collected emails where it's just one-stop shop. So that's one way how her system works. That's one way how you build your business. And I told you why it's important. A second thing that you can do is speaking events, your social media, right? Say something, Carol. You want to respond?
Well, there she is. Let's see if it's connecting. Angeline.
I
Hi,
hope
guys.
so. Are you good,
Yeah.
Angeline?
Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yes.
good.
Let's do your
I am
breath
sorry.
work. I'm going to kick us out of here. I'm going to let you do the breath work. I was talking all about you. I don't know if you heard me.
The
I'm going to
phone
replace
works.
me with you. All right. Now, do you want me to take over today or do you want to keep your spot? It's up to you, Angeline.
We're gonna try it. So you guys
We
will have
don't
to
use
bear
the
with me,
word
please.
try.
We're going to do it.
We're going to do it. Well, let's see if she can get the yoga laughter because I am so, Dale, really, Dale?
Can
Eating right in my
you
face?
hear me?
Didn't I tell you I've
We're
been
gonna
up
do it.
since
Can you hear me?
5?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hear
we
you
can.
choppy. Yeah, she's going in and out.
Y'all are frozen.
I don't think this is
Can
going to
you hear me
happen,
now?
and we want the most professional experience for everyone. I don't think it's going to work, Angeline.
Stop.
Yes, crap. All righty, so let me finish with what I was saying about any questions while I'm talking here. On mic, if you have a question about the social media that I was talking about for more clients in my group coaching program.
Yeah, please on mic. This is going to be interactive workshop. We're going to do a lot of socialization.
Corinne, any questions about the social media? Carol, Dale, anyone?
No, not right now.
Okay.
Christina's in the house.
Okay. So yes, if you're just jumping in, we're going to get started in about 7 minutes with our first speaker. Carol Feely will be talking about high performance coaching. Right now, I'm going over the importance of social media and marketing and building up your brand and building up your business because everyone that's in here is a potential business owner or you're moving toward that. So I really want to encourage you to start thinking big times 10 outside your box and really honing in on what your craft is, specializing in on that one thing. We were talking about social media. Another thing that KSA has is you're able to send all your posts at once. So right now, you probably send your posts on Facebook. Then you send your post on Twitter, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. You have to literally go to each and every one. With her system, it's one post. You click one button, it goes to all those places at another time. That's another thing that I love about her system. Other thing I mentioned was automation, super important. When you have an event, you can automatically send messages. It also gives you an extra phone number. So say, for example, you don't want people calling your, texting or calling your personal phone number. You get an extra phone number that's linked to your site, so you get automations with everything there as well. Those are the 3 major things I have found that helped elevate my business. Not only that, it's super simple to navigate through all different things if I wanted to add other events. As you know, we're here for 4 weeks. This is week number 1. We are rocking, we are rolling, we are excited. I'm going to start to prepare to get ready for our next speaker. But first, I want to see who's in the space. I see my girl Dee walking around the house. Dale looks like she's ready to rock and roll. Cynthia definitely looks like she's ready to rock and roll. Christina, welcome, Christina. Welcome, Carol Taylor. Again, I want everyone, if you have not already, let's introduce ourselves and let's connect. Dale, making posts 3 times a week on Insta, on LinkedIn, and Facebook. Are those the only business people I see here? Type in the chat the name of your business, what you do, what you want to get out of today. Carol's going to leave us today with 2, maybe 3 tips you can do to improve your business by being a high performance coach. When you come into the space, please mute yourself. Also, this is being recorded on YouTube, so if you missed anything, you can watch it later. I am so hungry. Do you know?
In the house.
What'd you say, Dan? What'd you say?
In the house. Woo-hoo.
Yay! She, guys. Okay, let me warn you. Let me warn you about Carol before she begins. I thought I was motivating. When I listen to Carol sometimes, I'm like, really, girl? Like, calm the fudge down. It's kind of annoying. I'm like, is that me? Is that how I am? But I love it. I love her energy. And sometimes it seems a little fake. I meant to ask her, like, are you real, Carol? Or are you just faking it? But I'm thinking it's real. Sometimes I'm sure I can come off fake, but it's just genuine. Let me tell you guys why. When you are so passionate about something you love, about something you're doing, it just exudes from your body like sweat. You can't keep it. It's like, think about when you're working out and the sweat just wants to come out, right? That's how it is when it comes with your energy. And Carol's coming to us today. Let me read you her little bio so I can tell you a little bit about her. She is the first of our speakers. We are called the Absolute Elite Mindset Coaching Program, because when it comes to coaching, you want to be elite, right? You want to be higher than others. That's how we kind of came up with that right there. Yes, I'm looking for her bio right now. Here we go. Carol Feely is a high performance coach. She actually lives in California. And I love the fact that she's very giving. I met her through a group called the Mom Link. Not only did she have a great personality there with me, but she also introduced me to a group called Toastmasters. I'm not sure if anyone here has ever heard of Toastmasters. It is a program that helps you with your public speaking. Les Brown won some great awards with that. And for the longest time, I was looking for Toastmasters in my local town. I even reached out to Dora Marie. I'm like, I need a Toastmasters. And the world is going to work with you. The universe is going to work with you to bring you your perfect tribe. She's like, Tina, why don't you join my group? She's in California. So I've been with them for about 2 or 3 months now, loving it. I'm going to see her in person next week. So she's actually going to be the president. This is what I heard. I don't know. She's been the president in the past, but she's going to be the new president for Toastmasters. She also empowers her audience to transform their mental performance so they can expand their mindset to think bigger. That's a lot what she's going to be talking about today, because sometimes in life we hold ourselves back because our mindset isn't big enough. She also empowers both men and women to match their inner dialogue with what they desire. So I really want you now, if you haven't already, get your space together. I love doing this, whatever I'm doing, whether it's getting your Palo Santo, maybe you're getting your tea, maybe you're getting your coffee, maybe you're lighting a candle, something to just kind of like put the area around you in a space of gratitude, putting yourself in a space of love, to just say, God, bring everything I need, everything I want to me right now. And honestly, I'm doing this for myself, because when I speak, I have to figure out what I'm going to speak about. But I'm hoping Angeline gets her internet going. Carol, also creating a clear vision, which creates consistency. She also teaches you how to enjoy the journey of having a growth mindset. And it is a journey. It does not stop. We are always growing. We are always learning. We are always going to the next level in our business. She also creates action steps that can give you lasting change. And that's what we all want, right? We want lasting changes. We don't want those quick fixes. It's just like your fitness journey. It's lasting. It's for a lifetime. Okay, what I want you to do right now, we're going to get Carol in here in 30 seconds. I want you to make some noise in that chat. Let's light it up. Let's light it up. Let's light it up for my girl, Carol. Make the noise, make the noise, make the noise. All right. So Carol's coming through. I was going to play some music for you, Carol, but my mind is like bonkers right now. So I'm going to replace myself with Carol. I'm getting out of here. I'm turning the volume up. Carol, are you ready to rock and roll?
I am ready. I am willing.
Right, I'm out of here.
Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! Oh my gosh. Tina, thank you so much for that great introduction. I had no idea you were going to say all those things. So awesome. Awesome. I am so excited about being here. And I'm so excited to share my message with you. And guess what? You could have done anything today, and you're here in this time. So I have a message specifically picked out for you. And the message is, We are going to talk about designing your life. I love what Van Gogh says. Van Gogh says that he says, I dream my painting and I paint it. So you have a paintbrush, you have an empty canvas, you have the ability to design your life any way that you want. And you've already kind of heard a little about what I do as a high performance coach. I really love to help strengthen your inner performance, your mindset. I'm sure you would all agree that we have some beliefs that get in the way, you know, and sometimes they keep us from really doing what we want to do. And also we have this subconscious mind. We have all these beliefs locked in from childhood, from environment. However, they get programmed in, but we can program them out. Doesn't that sound good? We get to alter our mind out. And that's what I love about our system and our body, is that we can choose to be great at any moment in time. And that is so exciting. So I've been studying personal growth for at least 10 years, been a student of it. And now how I am so grateful I get the opportunity to equip people to have a stronger self-image, to really tap into their inner intuition and really act on it. Because a lot of times we second guess ourselves. And I love help people be brave. And you know what is really exciting? There's no greater joy than to see somebody light up and to really go into their potential and really know how significant they are in this world. And that's what I love, when I really see those light bulb moments come on. And that's what I absolutely love to do. And so are you ready? We are going to talk about designing your life. But before we do that, I want to share a little history about me and how I even became the high performance coach. You know, you don't just wake up one day and say, hey, I'm going to be a high performance coach. It definitely was steps from really almost my beginning. So here's where my platform started. It was in second grade. My mom and dad get a call from the school and they say, your daughter has trouble focusing. She can't sit still. And quite frankly, I still can't sit still. However, and so what they decided to do, the school, they decided to put me in a special room. And this was away from my friends. And there was a few other people in there that were struggling. And so I kind of proceeded as the stupid room. And then I'm like, why am I away from my friends? So this room had such an emotional effect on me. And I thought, you know, why am I away from my friends? Why can't I be like them? All these thoughts that, you know, as a second grader was thinking, and all these things about really how really got me to my low self-esteem. And you know what? Because I never did do good in school because I didn't think I could. And so that really carried on some messages all through my life. And really, you know, being shy and be introverted. I know it doesn't sound like it, but I definitely was introverted and shy. And so what does somebody that's 17 do when they get introduced to alcohol? I was at a party introduced to alcohol, and I found like, oh my gosh, I can be the life of the party. And I needed alcohol to have fun. That's what happened to me. And it just got devastating worse in my life. Till I really, there's many stories that I could tell about that, but all I can say is I want to talk about the good side of that. The good side is that an angel came to me. An angel came to me. I was working at this restaurant, Country Touch Cafe, and my friend Gloria, that I've been waiting for quite a while, says, I want you to come to church with me. So I came to church with her, and who met me there? Jesus. Jesus transformed everything. He wiped me clean of all the muck. And he's still wiping me clean. He's still working on me for sure. But that has been my journey. That has been my, you know, that's how I got my platform, because I know what it feels like to really be insecure and not have your voice. I would be sitting around a table afraid to say things, afraid I embarrass people, afraid to, you know, I just didn't like me. And now I love me. I've learned to really grow and attach to myself and just start saying yes. And that's what I've done with my life, just starting to say yes to all kinds of different things. And like Tina already mentioned, the biggest yes I think I've really said to in this life is yes to Toastmasters, which is a public speaking organization. Now, why is that one so special? Well, it was so funny because my friend Nancy actually called me 3 times to invite me to Toastmasters. No joke. It was during my work time. I told her I couldn't go, but when she called me the 3rd time, I'm like, okay, I'm curious. I want to go to this Toastmasters. And when I walked in, I met the most amazing people. And from there, I grew as a president. I was a division director overseeing 160 clubs, and I was speaking, and it was just so empowering. And I just loved it. And that is how I really became a high performance coach, because it was 6 years in that I said, I'm going to have a workshop, and I called it Design Your Life, exactly what we're going to talk about today. And it was amazing. I got 5 people at the end of that workshop said, Carol, I want to coach with you. And that was 5 years ago, and I haven't stopped since. And I have more passion than ever to help people really design the life that they want, because we can do that. Can you all say amen? Woo-hoo! We can design our life. Yes.
Amen.
Are you ready to? Amen. Awesome. Are you ready to design your life? Are you ready? Are you ready to do a little remodeling? Well, my cousin, she just got her kitchen remodeled. It was they had to tear down all the old foundation. They had to put up the new foundation. It took longer than expected. They were inconvenienced, right? But at the end of the day, when they saw that kitchen, it sparkled and they were so happy. And that's a lot like us. We have to build our foundation. We have to take some things out that are not, they're not working for us. We're going to be a little inconvenienced. It's going to take a little longer than we expected, but we can design our life. So there's a few ways that I have found that really help. I've got 4 action words, but what I want you to do, think about designing your life. What words come up for you about designing your life? Put them in the chat. What do you think you need to do? What kind of action words do you need to have to design your life? Let's go. Who's gonna join in the chat? What kind of action words? Determination? What is it? What do you think you need to design a life? All right. Forward thinking. I love it. That's awesome. Who else? Come on, guys. This is interactive. Consistency. Oh, key. Who else? Oh, we got courage. I'm so glad you said courage, because we're going to talk about courage later. And what else? Let's go. Let's grow. This is empowerment. Whoa, who said that? Chris, absolutely. Yes, empowerment. That's one of my favorite words. Anybody else like to join in? One more word. Let's get one more word going. Consistency, discipline, brave, and joyous. Ooh, I like all those. Okay, here are my words. Oh, fighting. Absolutely, Rick. We got to fight. It's a good fight, but we got to fight. And so let me tell you my words. My words are belief. You have to believe in you. And then you have to have clarity. You have to know where you're going in life. And then you have to have courage. Courage to make it through, no matter what it looks like. And then the last one is fortitude. And those are the words we're going to talk about today. Those 4 words are going to be really, really powerful for you. And so, when I think about belief, I think, believing in yourself is so important. It's so good that people admonish you and encourage you. However, they can do that all day long. And if you don't believe in yourself, it goes nowhere. So that's really, it's a process too. Sometimes for me, it was really a process, because I had all those old wounds, but I had to uproot those old wounds, build that new foundation, still building that new foundation. We're always evolving. It's never finished. We're always going, when you go to the top of the mountain in one area, you're right back down at the bottom doing another climb. And that's how it is, just evolving. Would you all agree? We're all evolving? Yes. Well, good. And so what are some of the things that might get in your way? What are some of the thoughts that might get in your way? You can put some in the chat, and I'm going to share just a few. There's a lot, right? But, really not trusting yourself, are really just being doubtful of who you really are really, this is the one that's really key, really critical thoughts about yourself. When you have critical thoughts about yourself, it's pretty hard to move forward. I know, because I had a bunch of them. And really what happens too is when you have critical thoughts about yourself, you have critical thoughts about others. And that even causes more problems. And so some of these behaviors really drive us. And so this is going to be building up the foundation, to really strengthen those muscles of really believing in yourself. I know for me, one thing I really struggled with was the victim mentality. the victim mentality. And so I was the youngest in the family. I had a big brother named Bob. And, you know, every time something happened, and so mom and dad were always rescuing me. They were always rescuing me. So it was really hard for me to grow. So of course, as an adult, I had some, you know, issues with victim, like, you know, like I take, you know, I like, well, I'm all tongue tied. So I had the trouble with victimization anyway. And so, how did I overcome it? It's, you know, here's one thing too. I want to tell you, we will start to overcome things, and guess what happens? They come back. They do. But when they come back, you learn how to control them. And so that's what I've done. But let me tell you about this one incident that I was doing my affirmations on a video, and I was reading them over and over and over, and my tears are coming down because something kind of devastating happened. And I'm wiping the tears. I'm saying the affirmations. I'm like, and I had to keep resisting the tears. I had to really keep resisting, because when I get into tears, it was self-pity tears. And so I had to do that over and over again. And I feel so much more confident about that now, that when that comes up, that now I'm in control. Isn't that exciting? So you can be in control with it. So now, what do you guys think? What do you think? You have any areas that you have struggled in that, you know, really keep you down? Anybody want to share? What are some of those blocks that you have?
Hey
Anybody
there, Carol.
Anybody want to be courageous?
Hey, Carol, this is Tina. I'll be the first to jump in. I find myself, I get overwhelmed when I've taken stuff off my plate, but I get in these moments of sadness sometimes, and I do like a little pity party to myself. And I'm like, okay, you don't have to do this, Tina. You can just like bow off, because I do so much. So I have to really be consistent with things. So I'm not giving 150% for 2 days, and then 2 or 3 days I'm passed out. So that's what I find for myself. I'll get a little sad, and then it's just like, I'll just let that take over. That's something that I'm working on for myself.
You know, it's so true, because guess what? We have 60,000 thoughts, and most of those thoughts are negative. So we got to really work on it on a continuing basis. But I found, for me, what has really helped me in the most in my life is the habit building. And we'll talk about that in a bit, but that has really helped. Now, there's a system for everything. Wouldn't you agree? There's a system on how to lose weight, right? There's a system that you lose, you know, do you do the exercise, you eat right? And then people ask you, like, how did you do it? It's like, well, it wasn't really that difficult. You just follow the system. And there's a system for making a business plan. And there's a system for making a cake. Like, if you leave out one of the ingredients, it's going to taste pretty awful. In fact, that happened to me when I make a carrot cake every year for my daughter. And I grabbed the canister that was a salt canister, not the sugar canister. And it was awful. It was so salty. And my daughter will never let me live that down. But there's also a system for personal growth. You know, the system is, we have to be aware. We have to be aware what's going on. Awareness is great, but it's not where you stop. It's great that you can kind of understand some of the flaws and some of the roadblocks that hold you back. But now you have to take some action and really, you know, resist that, and create some habits. I mean, I'm such a strong believer in habits. 5 years ago, I was told to do a morning routine. My life is not the same since I've done that habits. So we got to get into those habits. And then we got to do what I think is the most important thing. You know, I want you guys to hear this in the back. Repetition. Repetition is the key to your success. Doing these things over and over again. Sometimes that you feel like they get boring and mundane, but if you just keep with them, I can honestly say that that's my superpower, is the repetition of it. I do habits on a daily basis that get me where I want to go. Sometimes do I feel like doing them? No, but it's a discipline that keeps me in there. And that is so helpful. So really follow the system so that you can design your life. And can I say one more thing? Just make sure you're mastering one thing at a time. A lot of times we try to master everything. But if you like I start, Chris is smiling. Are you like that? So master, like I had to really work on the victim mentality and resist it over and over again, until I really got a handle on it. Then I can move on to something else, so just really do one at a time, because your mind can't do too much more than that. Okay, sound good? All right, now we are going to talk about clarity. Oh my gosh, clarity is my favorite one. I know they're all my favorite, really. But clarity, you know, now you've got your beliefs, so now you got to get clear. What is it that Bill wants? What is it that Chris wants? What is it that Isabella wants? What is it? This is a very important question. My dad used to always say, you have to have a track to run on and know where you're going. And boy, my dad sure did. My dad did. So what if I told you this? What if I said, you can have anything you want if you're passionate enough about it? Now, what would be some of your first words you think when I say that word? You can have anything you want if you're passionate about it. Our programs come out going, oh, no, not me. Are you saying, yes, I can do that? You have two choices. You can accept it or you can reject it. And I'm going to tell you a few people in this life that have accepted it. And if one can do it, you can do it too. And so let's think about Colonel Sanders, my favorite guy. Why do I like Colonel Sanders so much? Because he will, for 2 years, he went on the road selling his chicken recipe and got over 1,000 no's. But he didn't go to a conference to get motivated. He got motivated. He got pissed off because he got his Social Security check, right? And so it drove him. It drove him to really knowing his gift of making chicken. And of course, we know the history of that. Now think about John F. Kennedy. He said to his scientists, can we go to the moon? He says, and the scientist says, if we have the will to do it, we can do it. And so I remember that day on watching the TV when we went to the moon. It was so exciting. He did it. He spent the money on it. He did it. And we went to the moon. And think about who knows who Sarah Blankley is. Sarah Blankley, she invented what are they called? Not Spanx. That's what they're called. Spanx. She has a 1.1 million business, right? She did it. They all did it. We are no different. Whatever you are passionately think you want, you can. Here is the secret, though. The secret is you got to be emotionally involved. You got to want it so bad that even when the outside looks like grim, like you can't do it, then you got to still do it. Does anybody, I would love to hear a story of courage, of someone that has really pushed through when it was hard. Could we hear a story of somebody that's really pushed hard through when it's hard?
You can. I'm Janine.
Thank you, Janine.
And I was afraid of using the computer. I actually got a very good job and failed at it because I did not have enough computer skills to teach online. And then an opportunity came up again to teach in China. And that's something that I always wanted to do. But the fears there, well, you're not going to make it. The devil's always there. He's always around the corner trying to discourage you. But I hung in there, and it was 5 minutes before the class was to go on. And I thought, I'm out of here. I'm going to call my principal in China and say, I can't do this. And the children's faces, the students' faces started popping along the screen. And I just said to myself, Janine, you need to put your big girl pants on and do this. And so now 3.5 years later, I'm teaching the principal's granddaughter, and a couple other students. And she gave me the highest compliment. She said, my granddaughter has learned so much from you and learning to write in English. And she said, that is because of you. I give you the credit for it. And it made me feel so good that I did not give up. I knew who I was in Christ. And so what? If one thing fails, another one's going to succeed.
Can we give her a round of applause? Woo! That is a great story. We all have our stories.
Thank you.
I want to really share how I wanted something here lately. I do a part-time company called Isogenics, and they had an opportunity to go to Tulum. And so there was several things they had to do, but as soon as they announced the trip, I said, I'm going. I said, I'm going. I'm really going. And so it took 30 days to really, you know, do the process. I had to get like 20 people in. I felt like a football player or a basketball player. I was like, I had my board all out, mapped out, and this person's going on that team and that person's going on this team. And lo and behold, I got the award, and I went to Tulum in December, and it was amazing. It was amazing. And so it was so funny because after I got back from Tulum, I looked on my goal poster, and if you don't have a goal poster, you need to go to get a goal poster. And there was a picture that was almost identical to what was on my goal poster. I'm going to show you. Do I have access to share the screen? Tina?
I'll do that for you right now, Carol.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, when you see this picture, it's going to blow your mind.
Go ahead.
Still disabled. Okay, there we go. Thank you. All right. See if I can make it bigger. Oh gosh, it's not me. Where's the one to make it bigger? All right, there it is. So at the top was on my goal poster. I've had that on the goal poster, and so the bottom is actually the trip to Tulum. Is this like so cool?
Carol, that's pretty amazing. I love that.
I know. I'm like, after I, like I said, I didn't even realize it until after I got back. And I'm looking at my goal poster going, oh my gosh, it looks identical. So, you know, goal posters are another way to make sure that you're clear. And I tell you, after that happened, I got together with Carol Taylor, and we did a goal poster room. And I've got my goal poster, and I think a lot of our people got a goal poster now because it really, really helps solidify. Because guess what? The subconscious mind loves images, right? They love images. And so, oh my gosh, it was so beautiful to see that. And I really, really believe in, really, thinking about what it is you want is so important. We're so busy in our life. And sometimes if we just stop and slow down and really see what it is that we want and how we can empower people. I have no greater joy, like I said earlier, of really helping people get it, really helping people. I feel like I found the easier way. You know what the easier way is? Believing in myself, having a relationship with myself, and getting really, really clear. And so with that said, I would highly recommend this success tip is to really sit down and be just at peace with yourself for about 20 minutes daily and figure out what it is you want and see it in images. It really, really makes a difference. What is that one goal that you want? I do this every day. When I get out of there, I'm so happy. It brings so much joy because I have the things that I want. Like I want to take my kids. I want to be able to take my kids on vacation, the whole family, and I want to be able to pay for it. That's one of my big goals this year, and it will be accomplished because I want it. This is something that I really desire. I mean, something like I just love being with my family. So that's one of my big goals. And so I want you now to think about something that you really desire, just one thing that you desire. And I want you to put that on your mind. I want you to put an image in it, because I'm going to play some soft music here in just a minute. And anybody who's courageous enough to share after we get out, I would love it. But let's just do that. We're going to close our eyes. You're going to see whatever that is you want. That dream. You're going to paint that dream, that picture in your mind, and then you're going to just at the end, you're going to be so joyful because you're going to feel like it's realized. Does that make sense? Who's aboard for all this? All right. Oh my gosh, so good. Okay, so I'm going to play some soft music. Okay, I want you to close your eyes and think of one image that you're going to tackle this year, and let's go from there. Let me put the music on. So we'll give you like about 2 minutes. Close your eyes and just imagine.
Lift me up, hold me down, keep me close, safe and sound. Burning in a hopeless dream. Hold me when you go to sleep. Keep me in the warmth of your love when you depart. Keep me safe, safe and sound. Lift me up. Hold me down, keep me close, safe and sound. Drowning in an endless sea. Take some time and stay with me. Keep me in the strength of your arms. Keep me safe, safe and sound. Lift me up, hold me down, keep me safe, safe and sound. Burning in a hopeless dream. Hold me when you go to sleep. Keep me safe. We need light. We need love. Lift me up.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tina, for your help.
I need love.
Wonderful. All right, I want to get some shares. I want to hear what you imagine. How did it feel like when you were finished? Please open your mic and share.
Good morning. I'll share. This is Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, I'm here. Well, I'm sure Carol probably know what I want. My house, I had damage done in my house about 5 or 6 months ago, so I've been living in a hotel. I want my house restored. I want to move back in my home, at least by the time my birthday, and that's in April. And I want the Lord to supply the financial need for that restoration. And I want honest and God-fearing contractors.
Okay, now, Cheryl, how did you imagine that? You just show, and how did you feel after you were done?
Oh, well, I felt good about it because I could see my house has been restored, and I could see that it's done. So I that's what I want. So I feel good about it because I know it's going to happen.
Absolutely.
I know it's going to happen. I just keep believing it's going to happen. And step by step, God is ordering my steps. Yes. And with the right contractors. Got to be the right ones, honest contractors.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I want to also read some of these goals over here. I really love these goals. One goal is for Pam. Is this year she wants to have a cabin where her and her husband can fish and just relax. That one sounds nice. I want to, this is Janie. I want to get more involved with tutoring children and adults who are struggling with reading and comprehension. That's a great goal. And then another one, I want to get a book totally written. Who's this? Oh, Pam. Pam's got a lot of goals. I love it. And so she wants to write a book. And oh my gosh, that's awesome. These are some awesome. Can anybody else share? Let's get one more share, just a couple minutes.
I don't mind sharing. This is Dale.
Hi, Dale. Thank you.
Hi. I envisioned a few things. I saw myself successfully pregnant. I saw my home remodeled. You know, I saw we're having a family reunion. My family came together in September. We're having a family reunion, but coming together in unity and love. I saw laughter. I saw tears of joy. I left my 9 to 5 and it was fulfilling quite a bit. And I saw my coaching business successful, thriving.
Oh, wow. You did a lot in a few minutes.
I did.
Good for you. Good for you. Now, what do we have to, now those are some really great examples. Now, what do we have to keep doing? Who knows? What do we have to keep doing?
Make a plan.
Believing. Yeah.
Say that
I
again.
would say visualizing. How about visualizing?
Yes. What we have to keep doing is repetition.
Believing and following the plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
There has to be a plan or it will not happen.
It's not necessarily a plan. God takes care of the plan. See, when we get worried about the how, oh my gosh, the how throws us off. Don't worry about the how. Just do the do. When you do the do, and so I would say the biggest thing you can do is repetition, repeating that day in and day out. Have a vision board, get excited. I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this has changed my life. This discipline right here has changed my life. And it's really helped me feel more energetic, more excited. My marriage, I've been married for 48 years. It's the best it's ever been. We're like friendships and it's just like so cool. So, you know, and there's just such joy in my home. So I can't strive this enough for you to put this in place into your heart, because it really makes all the difference. You will really see when you start doing it. Okay, so now we have our belief. We're strong in who we are. We're clear on the direction we're going. And now we get to access courage. Courage is our next word. And of course, this is my favorite one because I always like to, you know, challenge myself in my, you know, of really being courageous in many different areas. However, one of the areas is, and I know definitely that we have to really call forth our design. It's not going to just happen. We have to call it forth. And that's what this imagination is all about. And we have to really call it forth. And I want to show you a little video. You might have seen it before, but it's about a 3-minute video, and it's about one guy that got courage. He got some courage, and wait till you see what happens. So we're going to put that on.
Doesn't have sound, Carol.
Yeah, we still can't hear it. Yeah. Oh, where you going? Okay, well, go on then.
Go on and what? Because it's only 10 minutes away.
Okay, I guess I better be with Carol, the coaching.
Carol.
Yeah, there's no sound here, but as you can notice, there's music playing, and I've seen this video before. And one person starts doing something, and you notice how the crowd of people all start doing the same, I don't want to say ridiculous thing, but different thing. And you may have seen this in your life where someone looks up and then others look up. Throwing it back to you, Carol. We couldn't hear it, but go ahead.
Oh, we really didn't have to even hear it. All you had to do is see it.
Yeah.
All you had to do is see it. Did you see what that guy did? He started, you know, dancing. He didn't care what anybody thought of him. He didn't care. He had a couple others join him. And then who else joined him? By the end, almost everybody had joined them because he had the courage to create a movement. You can do that too. What's your dance? What is your dance? You know, when you start dancing, whatever that dance is for you, you know, start creating a movement and start getting people on board. And, you know, that's how you create courage. And courage will be like your norm. You know, it'll be like the normal thing that you do. I like I said, I'm always, you know, really pushing the envelope of my courage. Why? Why do I do that? Sometimes I'm thinking, I get up and I do a contest and my hands were sweaty. I'm like, Carol, why do you do this? Because it's the only way you can grow. You cannot do a quantum leap in your comfort zone. If you want to do a quantum leap, you got to grow. You got to get out there and get courageous. Even doing this is courageous, right? Getting up and talking about people, sharing your life, sharing what you love, it's courageous. And so that's one of my biggest things I do in my own coaching program is push my clients into the greatness. One of my clients, she was about ready to quit her entrepreneurial job. She says, no, this is it. I can't do it. I said, no, you're not. I told her you're not. And I gave her some steps to do. Was not even a month later, she designed a whole conference, an outside conference. It was amazing. So we got, you know, and I have a nickname called the Pusher. and so I do push people, but it's, you know, and then they thank me, you know, they thank me like, oh gosh, so thank you so much for pushing me, you know, and like, what are you afraid of? I want you to think, what are you afraid of? Are you afraid to get online and do a live video? You know, are you afraid to have a hard conversation? Get out there and do it. Watch what happens. Watch what happens, and then see people will follow you. They will follow you. And I think that's what happened in my marriage. I just got so excited about what I was doing that I didn't sweat the small stuff anymore. I didn't sweat the small stuff. And now I have a beautiful relationship with my husband and my family. And so that's work. That's what works. We got to get it right. We got to get that belief inside here. That's the best thing. And get clear what it is you want to do and get that courage. The courage is so, so important. I mean, I've done a lot of crazy things to gain this courage. I mean, years ago, I was decided I was going to go to Africa, and I was afraid to go. I was afraid to go, afraid of the mission trip. But for one reason or another, when it came again, the announcement, I said, I'm going to go this year. I'm going to go. Sometimes you just have to tell you, I'm going to do it. I'm like, I didn't know how I was going to get the money, but here's the funny thing. What happened was I was in the meeting for the trip, and my friend next to me slaps $50 in my hand. Well, guess what? That was my seed, my little faith of mustard seed. And I was able to raise $6,000. And people were having garage sales unbeknownst to me. I walked out of a Bible study with $650. God had a big sign, Carol's going to Africa. Carol's going to Africa. You just got to say yes to you. You have everything you need. Everything you need to live this amazing life. We stop ourselves. Nobody else does. Nobody else has that much power. You stop yourself. So get that courage muscle on. As you start developing that courage muscle, you'll get stronger and stronger and better and better. You will start amazing yourself how much courage you have. But if we just keep laying back and we don't go and do those things that's going to make us, you know, painful and scared, if we don't walk through them, we're going to remain the same. And you don't want that, right? You don't want that. You want to grow and be your best self. So that's what I would say is just get out there and practice being an encourager. And guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen? You're going to be a room shifter, just like that guy was. You can be a room shifter. I did one other crazy thing, and I'll stop talking about my crazy things, but you know, in June, I went out to Target, and I found a guy selling CDs outside. I said, "Hey, will you be my videographer? I'm going to go in and sing Jingle Bells." And I did, you know, and, you know, I had a couple people join in. I have a couple people just kind of walk by me. What are you doing? And I said, I just want to give you a little Christmas cheer in June. You know, I love it. So I think this is the most, well, they're all important, but the courage one is really the ones you got to really fight through. And so with that said, and the last one is fortitude. Now, what does fortitude mean? Fortitude means to push on, to stay in the game, no matter what you see on the outside. God, the outside fools us. You got to get it on the inside. When you have it on the inside, you can become unstoppable. I feel like I'm unstoppable right now just sharing this, because I love this message that God has given me, and the purpose that he has for me to really help people really walk into their full potential. That's what this is about. It's about really walking into our full potential. And, you know, just make it your norm. Make it your norm. And I'm super excited because I'm starting a group coaching on Monday, and I'm looking for people who would like to do some of these things. You know, it's not going to be a bunch of ladies sitting around, you know, like licking up our wounds. We're going to move. We're going to grow. I'm going to show them how to have clarity. I'm going to show them how to, you know, how to really believe in themselves. We're going to do some courageous steps, and we're going to have the fortitude to do it because we're doing it together. I'm going to be that dancer that's going to help people, empower people. And I'm here today to tell you that you've got everything you need inside to do it. And I would like the opportunity right now to coach somebody. Who would like to be coached? Who has a situation that hasn't spoken yet that would really like to speak and share their situation?
Carol, I think it's going to be Diatra. I think it's going to be her. That's what I heard. Dee said she wants to be coached.
Okay, but let's pick whoever wants to do it. Come on. It's your opportunity to be courageous.
Okay, I'm throwing it to Dale. It's going to Dale. Dale.
Come on, opportunity to be courageous. Come on, Dale. See, sometimes we're the pushers.
Hi.
Hello, Dale. Tell me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
There's so many things. How do I get what? How do I say which one? Like, I don't know which one.
What's the one the most pressing? What's the one that's going to change you the most?
Getting out there and being on social media. I'm okay with being on social media. TikTok is easy for me. I do videos and I, you know, say like encouraging messages on TikTok all day long.
So it's not out of your comfort zone, then.
So, well, when it comes to LinkedIn, that's my professional. That's where, you know, that's a little bit more serious. Maybe I don't see TikTok as that serious, and I don't think people on TikTok really care what you say, but LinkedIn, I consider it, and maybe even Instagram, a little bit more serious. So I got to be on point. I got to make sure what I'm saying is right. So I don't say as much or do as much. Okay, I just post. I don't go live. No, or videos. Like I'm not comfort. I don't feel comfortable doing that.
Let me tell you why. It has something to do with your self-image. It's how you see yourself. Because you care too much about people, what they think. And so what you have to do is you have to go do it anyway. You have to put yourself over and over and over again. That's what I did. Danelle Delgado was one of my amazing coaches. And she says, you know, get out there and get online. I did it messy. You know, I was used to speaking to people in Toastmasters. When I used to speaking to a phone, it was like a whole new animal. But I did it over and over and over again. And I didn't care how it looked. I just got to the point where I'm just like, it's going to be messy. You know, life is going to be messy, but you got to do it messy, you know, so that, and you got to, I didn't mention this, but, you know, this is something I really talk about in my group coaching program, is you got to get a strong why. When you got that strong why, it's going to push you. You know, my why is so strong. You know, my dad was an amazing dad, and, you know, he instilled so many great things in me. And when he passed away, and I did his eulogy, there was something that came out of me came out of me that day, because nobody in the family would do his eulogy. And I said, you know, Dad's not going to leave this, you know, this place without me doing a eulogy. And it was shortly after that I joined Toastmasters. And so, you know, I talk to Dad all the time, and I know he's so proud of me. I know he's so proud of me, but I have a why, and I want to leave. And he left a legacy to his children's children. This is what I want to do. I want to leave a legacy to my children's children. So get your strong why, whatever that is for you, you know, and, you know, do all these things. Get really, you know, get really your belief down, get clarity, get some courage, and get the fortitude to do it. You deserve it, and your family deserves it, and the world deserves it.
Thank you.
Amen. Anybody else want to be courageous? What about you, Rick?
I guess the other thing I could say probably is being less desensitized towards my own stuff.
Yeah, and that's again your self-image. That's why I do a lot of self-image work. That's why, you know, sometimes we're our worst enemy, because we got these critical thoughts going on, and you know, we have this self-doubt. And so that's the area. That's why that was the very first one. Got to really believe in you, and, you know, and just go anyway, and do it messy. All those things will really, really help you. And you got to, I didn't talk about this one thing. I meant to talk about this, and here, let's just do this really quick. So this is your goal. This is you right now. And your goal is up here. And so what happens is we still see ourselves as here, and we don't see ourselves there. So when we're trying to go for our goal, we're just going this way. We're not going up to our goal. So it's really important to see yourself already there at the self-image that you have, because some things are going to have to go. If you want to get up to that goal, you have to really go for it. I hope that you understand that, but you have to see yourself already there in it, you know, because we're still at the level of just wanting our goal. But when you actually see yourself, you know, you're disciplined, or like, think about some of those famous people that, you know, that what drives them, you know, they're driven, they have discipline, you know, they make decisions easy. What is it that you want? How do you want to portray your life? And so that's a really deep work that takes a lot longer than just this workshop. And that's a lot of the work that I do, really getting deep inside, really having a relationship with you. When you have a relationship with you and a friendship with you, you can do anything. You can do anything. Anybody else want to share? Anybody else want to just have some comments about this?
Carol, I would love to share.
Awesome.
This is Chris. When you did the visualization thing, I kind of took off in my own direction, because you just inspired me to be creative. And I looked up Sarah Blakely, Wikipedia, and I inserted my name instead of hers.
Woo!
And I put my picture there instead of hers. I'm going to text you this. It was fun. And like, now it's going on you call it a goal board. I got a vision board. So I'm going to text you this, but you totally inspired me out of the blue. I don't know where this idea came from. It came from your inspiration. So I want to thank you.
Oh, that's worth showing up for. That's worth showing up for today. Absolutely. Chris, thank you so much for sharing. Who else? Christina, you want to share anything? Come on, Christina. Maybe she's not there. Who else? Because you know what?
Carol, I want to say I loved your visualization. I talk about it all the time. I think it was when Dale spoke, and hearing her with her goals and what she wanted really made me realize, okay, Tina, it's time to think a little bigger and just specific. So thank you for the reminder of those visualizations, because sometimes I think I get in the repetition of saying these things and they don't really sink into my heart. So thank you for, you know, doing that exercise.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Just like I said, you got to work on one area of your life. You also have to work on one purpose for your life too, because when we start getting too much things going, it confuses us. It confuses our brain. It's like, well, what do you want? Which one do you want? And so that's where I'm got really clear is I just love coaching. This is what I want to do. It's really been helpful to really just go that one direction. Who else would like to share? Ardina, would you like to share today?
Good morning, Carol.
Thank you for being here, Ardina.
Yes, it was a struggle to get up this morning, but I'm here.
Oh, bless your heart. You took care of that courage muscle.
Yes. The visual exercise for me was huge because a lot of the other people online, we have a lot of things that we want to do and hopes and dreams, but to just sit there and visualize it for a moment, I was like, wow, because I began visualizing, my thing right now is honestly just being debt free so that I can do the things that I want to do, spend the time with my grandchildren and my mom. And I just saw myself on a beach with my grandchildren. They're running around having a ball. I'm debt free, just spending time with them. And my mom is right there with me. And it just went from there. It escalated from there. Like, what kind of trip you want to go on? How about Disney? Let's go on a Disney trip, So just sitting there, the music, honestly, it just kind of helped me to relax. I sat back in my chair and I'm like, and that's where I went, right there. And I have other desires connected to the business, but I just thought it was interesting. It just went right to my grandchildren, but debt free first, so that I can do the things I want to do, buy the things they want, and just have a really good time.
And it's possible. It is possible. That's beautiful. God has given us this great imagination. He's given us the ability to alter our thoughts, and put in good things in our subconscious mind. We've had all these, environment issues and and how we were raised, but he has given us the tools to overcome. And with his grace and power, you can just do anything. It's just, my life has not been the same since I accepted him into my life, and he is just, the really fuel that fires me. I have a conversation with him every single day, every moment. We're, and giving me direction. It's so beautiful the way, God says, I'm your savior, but I'm also your friend. And so that really inspires me to really be in association with my creator. And I just love life, and there's just more joy coming in every day. It's just, I think, and that's God's told me to release it. He says, this isn't just for you, it's to release the joy over others. So, today I release joy over all of you, that, you take one thing from today, one thing, to go out and realize your potential and what you have inside. Sometimes we shortchange ourselves to what really we're capable of. I was going to say that when I went to Tulum, there was 8 women there. They were all from different teams, but they all banded together and said, we're going to go to this Tulum. We're going to do. And it was so beautiful. And that's what I want to create in my coaching program when I do. I want us to all band together. I want to have people, I want to have women, men to run with, to really inspire one another, to go after our goals, to go after our dreams that are already there, and to utilize what God has already given us, a beautiful imagination, and a beautiful, beautiful life. I mean, we're not promised tomorrow, as you all know, and we just got to live. We have to live every day like it's our last, every day. Amen.
Hi, Carol.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen. Hey, Carol, it's Christina.
Oh, good. I wanted you to share.
Well, you know me and my technology, right? I'm the button. You know that. Well, what I would like to say is, first of all, I met Carol. It's not where I'm going. I just want to kind of put a shout out to you. I met Carol a little over a year ago at a Grow for God, Grow Your Business for God's Sake conference. And at the very, very end, we connected. And didn't really talk as far as to that, but I want to encourage everybody to take a mini session with her, because that's how I started. And I am one that is a one-on-one type of person. So I continued further on and did a private coaching. And I'm high energy like Carol is. And I'm doing 3-4 things at a time. And she did she did help me from the very beginning. It's like, okay, what's most important? Because I was trying to do 3 and 4 things at a time. And so she directed me in the sense of doing that. But what I've accomplished through the coaching, what's really nice when you do have a coach, I also have a couple other coaches that I have too. But what I found out, Carol was my first, and what I found out with that is the direction and the accountability that I got from her, and that you do get from coaching. And I think some of the things that Carol and I talked about, and it was several weeks and things, but when we talked about something, and I came back the next week, I had done it, and I've had some things go on in my life, and that I've carried for 15 years, and I was able to release this with the help of her, along with a couple of ministry groups that I've done. And I went through a divorce a little over a year ago, and I was stuck. And what I have done in the last year, I just closed on my first investment property yesterday. I decided that was a direction. I'm 66, that I needed to go. So that was one of my goals, and I'm already looking for another one. The very first thing that Carol directed me to was I wanted to do a glamping at where I live. So that was the first thing that was my task with working with Carol, and I launched that in August. And I was only open 11 weeks, but out of 11 weeks, I had 9 weekends booked. So the accountability that I got was very important. I needed that, and I think we all need that. We all need someone to keep us accountable, no matter what we're doing in our life. And of course, God has his hand in everything, because I never thought in my wildest dreams that I ever needed to have a coach. I'm very self-sufficient, and I've always been in positions of being a leader. And when you're in that position, you think you don't need anybody and you can do it all yourself. But as I've grown older, I've been enlightened a lot more, and I've decided that that's not what I wanted to be. So the community that I'm in now, so I really want to encourage you, if you have the opportunity, even if it's to start with it, the small one, but if you want to really gain a lot of momentum and I don't know whatever the word is, but the one-on-one, if that's for you, that's, I highly recommend it. So just want to do a shout out to you, Carol. So sorry, my picture isn't there. I don't know how to work this thing. So, I don't know if you can even see me or not, but
we can't see you, but that's okay. That's okay. Thank you so much for the shout out and the share. Yeah, Christina's amazing.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much. Bye. I mean,
I just pulled out the amazing stuff as always already in here. That's all that I do. I mean, her glamping journey really took off. It was like so amazing to see the growth that she had in there. So, oh my gosh, well, this is amazing.
I want to finish what he started. Yeah.
Bill, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I'll keep it quick. I know you're short on time. But I met Carol more than several years ago, and I wish you could have all met that Carol. A little bit of a struggle, a little bit of figuring out her path forward, and needed some more years in Toastmasters, some more years networking. And the Carol we have in front of us today is a transformation. It's just absolutely amazing. I wish I had 10 minutes to talk, but she's just turned into an awesome coach, an awesome person. And
like I said, so what are you talking about, King? What I'm going back to King?
Carol's transformed herself, and if she can do what she's been able to accomplish in her own life, I'm sure she can be a big help to many of you.
Thank you, Bill. Yeah, Bill and I've known each other about 5 years. We met in BNI. So yeah, thank you, Bill. So thank you so much for being here. Oh my gosh. Well, I could be here forever and just love all of you. And I wish you all the best. I hope you took some nuggets. And if you're interested in contacting me, I can tell you about my group coaching. I also do private coaching as well as Christine mentioned. All right, back to you, Star Tina. We can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Now we can.
Okay, I didn't do anything differently. But anyway,
woo, 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 woo. Thank you, Carol.
So I need everybody to show your faces. It's about that time. You know why? Because all we do is win, guys. All I do is win, guys.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Ready?
And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they say yeah. Cause all I do is win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there. Ludacris going in on the verse, cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, get them in the sky for the homies that ain't making it, my folks locked down. I never went nowhere, but they saying Luda's back. Blame it on that contour, the hood call it Luda Yak. And I'm on this foolish track, so I spit my foolish flow. My hands go up and down, like strippers' booties go. My verses still be serving, tight like a...
That's enough of the dance party. I hope you could hear me. I hope you could hear me. Carol, I'm hugging you. I can't wait to see you next week. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Boy, just a shout out for Tina. Thank you for organizing this. Thank you for just having this space. It's been amazing. It's been an adventure. And we're not done yet, right, Tina? We're not done yet.
We're just beginning, Carol. So as you were speaking, Carol, I don't know if this is true, but this is what I heard. Carol's looking for someone to like collide, to just explode and take over the world. Because I'm looking for someone to join. And Carol, you've got that energy. It's very challenging to find someone who's up here and you're there, Carol. So I loved it. Loved everything you said. You like pushed me, motivated me. Just what I've seen. Cynthia, looking at you, great. Thank you for coming on the camera, Cynthia. Thank you, Debbie, for coming on the camera.
Debbie, girl.
There's Bill, thank you for coming on the camera. Dale, Rick DeRula, thank you for coming on the camera. Yes, show your face. So I'm gonna remove my girl Carol. Now I see everyone's face here, but it's spotlighted on us, Renee. How you feeling, Renee?
I'm feeling amazing and elevated.
Yes, elevating your business. So we have one more speaker for today. Hello, Andrew. All right.
Ardina.
Ardina said, I am not coming through till I am lit. I'm loving the photos in the background, Ardina. I love it. Mommy,
Thank you.
Don't be afraid to look at Dale. Dale is like, okay, I'm ready for the next nuggets. I'm ready for the next nuggets. Well, it's coming through, Dale. So as you heard us speak earlier, we were talking about how Angeline would be speaking, but she was having some issues. But she said, you know what, Tina? We push through. We go through no matter what, no excuses. So Angeline, let me tell you a little bit about this woman. I was going to say girl. She is a girl, but she is a woman, and she is absolutely amazing. I met Angeline through MomLink, as I told you all. She's an amazing mom. She's a wife, queen of one. Oh, I like that. Queen of one. I guess she's the queen of her husband. She just had her anniversary. If you go to her Facebook, it's kind of funny. It's her husband bringing her over the threshold. He almost drops her. Anyway, warrior mom of 3 sons that shine. Angeline Moore she's from Apopka, Florida. I've never heard of that, but she's saying it's cold there these days. She's a multi-dimensional entrepreneur. And let me just explain, guys. Every time I see her do something or hear her do something, I'm like, what? You ever know those people, they have these secret talents inside of them, and then you just see them spark up? I was in an event, and it was 10X Speaker, but Grant Cardone was doing it. It was a big, huge contest. It was thousands. It was called the Great Speak Off, and I saw her in there, and they had like the top 50 people, and I saw her name, and I was like, what, Angeline? I didn't even know she was in the competition, and I'm like this, crossing my fingers. I hope I get it. I was like one of the last names. I made it through, but she's a public speaker. She's a coach as well. She's Philippines. She's from the Philippines. Oh, she could be a VA. No, I'm joking. Most of the virtual assistants are from the Philippines, but anyway, naturalized U.S. citizen. Angeline has powered through finding her sparkle in a world that constantly swayed her from just blending in. While judging her leadership role in the corporate world with God as her CEO, she is currently evolving her entrepreneurship journey of A+ living enterprise and the Kingdom Car Sparkle industry. I can go on because she's got like pages and pages and pages. She is amazing. Get your notebooks and pens out. And we're not going to be able to see her face, but we will hear her voice. So do we want to do a sound check? 1, 2, 1, 2, real quick, Angeline. I'm hoping she's there. Can I hear you, Angeline? Okay, can you try calling her or something? Because she told me she would be fine. No, you can say it right here. It's fine. You don't have to walk away. We're just real like that. We're just real like that. So Angeline's going to be talking about her Kingdom Sparkle and her company KSA. Are you there, Angeline? If not, I will be speaking to you today because we just kind of roll with the punches, right? I'm not supposed to speak until February 11th, but it's okay. I will be pretty much going off of what Carol just spoke about, because Carol was talking a lot about visualization and your future and all that wonderful stuff. So I will be pushing it through more of the visualization and vision boards and stuff like, you can go out if you want. I know I told her to say it, it's like, okay, be quiet. So yes, so we're gonna get her on here because technology, I was saying this morning, I don't know if it's what do you call those things? Not lunar eclipse, help me out. When they talk about Saturn, not Saturn, come on, Mercury in retrograde. Yes, because I was saying,
I couldn't even hear her.
Mercury in retrograde. That bloody well Mercury. Okay, I'm gonna need some space because it looks like I have to take over. You can move the chair over, please. So I think that Mercury in retrograde is taking over, guys, because this morning as I was teaching, it was like nothing wanted to work. The computer didn't want to work, the music didn't want to work, nothing. So yeah, I'm gonna be coaching you guys today. Are you ready? Now, Ardina, thank you so much for showing your face. Rick.
Can y'all hear me? Hello, 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 hello.
We can hear you now. Yes, yes, yes.
Hey, oh my goodness.
Can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
Okay,
I can.
Yes, so I introduced her. Yes, you are loud and clear. I introduced her. Guys, when I take my picture off, boom, like that, you're going to see Carol. She one speaking. I said, Carol, why do I love you so much. See, I can't get you off my mind, Carol. I can't get you off my mind. All right, Angeline, you're up.
Hello, everyone. I'm Angeline Moore. I am your, goodness, I'm a multi-dimensional entrepreneur, and I've been having all the tech issues as the technology coach. It's a little embarrassing, but you know what? That is when you still power through and you find a way and you pivot and put it in God's hands, and He brings it through when it needs to happen. So all for the good. Hello, I just want everyone to unmic and give me their biggest laugh, because we weren't able to do our laughter yoga session earlier, but I just want to make sure you guys hear me loud and clear, and then coming through clear. So unmic for me. I can't see your faces, but unmute
loud and clear. We can hear you. We can hear you loud and clear.
All right.
I can hear you.
All right. I want everyone to unmute and laugh for me. I want to hear everyone's laugh. Here, give it to me. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Yay! I love it. I love it. I love it. I can hear everyone's amazing laugh. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for letting me know that you can hear me loud and clear. So yes, while I do laughter yoga, I'm a laughter yoga leader. I also really love to do technology. I found it in, I don't have anything in front of me, so this is off the cuff, guys, as I'm a little bit out of everywhere, but I love to just laugh it out when things come up, and I'm like, it's not working the way that I think it needs to work, and so I do some breathing laughter, and I breathe in, and then I laugh it out. It really resets my energy. And I am the CEO of the Kingdom Sparkle Agency. And when I think about everyone, I believe that we are all uniquely created with our own Kingdom Sparkle. And that's what I love to do. I love to activate your sparkle and align it and amplify it for His kingdom. So with that, the very first step in doing that is activating your sparkles by implementing simple systems. I love simple systems. Carol talked about systems earlier. I was tapped in and I was listening to everything. And when you have a simple system, everything goes smoothly, right? And I want to simplify how to do that, one, and how to get into your sparkle, but I have an acrostic for sparkle. And the S in sparkle stands for soak, okay? You really need to soak into the right frequency when you're tapping into your sparkle, because negativity can only affect you if you let it. So if you need to vibrate higher, right? So when you soak into the right frequency, put on that jam, put on your favorite song. I listen to different frequency HRTZ sound waves that get me in the right mood as well sometimes. And I use a soak app to do that. And I sometimes have to play some Nutty's jams. Sometimes I have to play some praise and worship, whatever it is, to start soak into the right frequency. The P in sparkle is pray. I am a faith girl, so you're going to hear me say it, and I'm going to live out loud with it, and I'm not going to be ashamed of it. It is the key in simplifying my systems, because as Star said, God is my CEO, the Holy Spirit is my CFO, and without those two leading my path, and without my prayer, everything kind of gets chaotic and it doesn't get simplified, right? The A in sparkle is ask. Ask the right questions. Ask more questions. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for the why. Don't be afraid to ask yourself, what is it, Lord, that I need to do to really step into what I'm called for? What is it, friend, I can do to help you in your day, right? Ask. I was so scared to ask all the time. The R in sparkle for me is to really ruminate and radiate an attitude of gratitude, because you can't be in any other any living space when you're grateful. When I run into issues, when I run into this technology that doesn't want me to come on and hear and speak with you guys on the Zoom while I'm trying to do life, I had to stop and pause, soak in the right frequency. I had to pray and ask, and then be grateful that I have other ways to pivot, and that Zoom gives me the option to dial in and call into a number and still tap into you guys and hear Carol's incredible speech, and then talk to you guys, and you guys can hear my voice, right? So really ruminate what you're thankful for and radiate in that attitude of gratitude. That's the R in sparkle. K is to keep moving forward. Never quit, right? One step at a time, turn the next page in your chapter, because there's so much more, right? You heard Carol say it. Live today as it is your last. Keep moving forward. L in sparkle is my absolute favorite as your laughter yoga leader. Laugh and love daily. These are two powerful things that you can do and implement in your life, and it's free and it's so easy. Laugh at your mistakes. Laugh at, because, this too shall pass. Love and show that always to others, to yourself. Self-love is not selfish. The E in sparkle is evolve, grow, continue to learn, be that, and then change from it and see, right? It goes back to the A and ask in the prayer. Lord, what can I do in this challenge, in this dark valley? Can I grow and evolve from this? What lesson is it that you need to learn? So with all of that, and you sparkle, right? You can really tap into all the things. Those are what I do and what helped me, and what really aligned me with finding simple ways to consolidate my systems, consolidate my technology. And as a business owner, right? Like many of you, we wear many hats, and if anything gets too confusing to me, I pause and I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore, right? So with my Kingdom Sparkle agency, why it all evolved and why it came through, it helps really when you tap into the right system. You can grow your brand, grow your email list, have one spot
to contact all your people, one place to market yourself, and then set up some automation so that you can really focus on your God-given Kingdom Sparkle. So I'm Angeline Moore. I will open the mic to see if anyone has questions. I know that this was not my presentation. I'm not in front of it. I'm just using my phone. It was off the cuff. But I really
So someone wrote in the chat, I'm not sure if you can see it. What is an E in Sparkle? What is the E in Sparkle? Can you hear me?
It's evolve. I don't think she.
Did she get kicked out again?
I think so.
Lord of mercy. Okay.
It's evolve and grow.
Is that
Continue to learn.
Is that Dale
Yeah,
talking?
that's me.
They'll take over while I go into the other room.
Absolutely.
Testing. I'm back. Hello.
I think she's back. Thank God.
Dale was about to. Dale, I'm trying to eat now. I got like hummus and crackers in my hand. I'm like, I need some food. But go ahead.
And then when things don't go right, go left, y'all. So hello, I'm Angeline Moore. I hope you can hear me, and I am back. So I was just opening the floor of what I said, really off the cuff presentation for y'all. If it was a little all over the place, I apologize.
Dale was talking. Dale said she had so much to say to you. She was so excited.
Go. I'd love to hear it, Dale. So excited.
As it relates to can you speak a little bit on your automation, your system, like kind of how it works? So I wanted to make sure I understood. I know Tina spoke about it earlier a little bit, but if you can go a little bit more in detail, just a little.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my presentation was actually going to show you what that does, but it's super cool. My main thing is that I love to keep things in one spot. I don't like having to log in to Kajabi, into this website builder, into MailChimp, into Google Forms to do all the things. And I host a Faith Forward virtual summit, and I was like I needed to keep myself organized on who registered and send reminders of this event is happening. Welcome to the event. This is how you connect with me. This is how you get to the event. And so what the KSA system does is that it houses it in one spot where all my contacts are in one spot, and I can set up email and text blasts to them and schedule it so that they know when to show up, why they need to show up, and how to connect with me. And then I can follow up with them and be like, hey, I'm live, or hey, thank you, or hey, I noticed that you weren't there, but here are some key takeaways. Join me next time, register here. So high level, that's kind of what I do and how it works. Does that help? Sorry, I wish I could show you.
Yes, it does. So instead of sending it individually or one just on text, you do text and email together, or even, right?
Yes, or one or the other. So you could, so I do both. I let them know that they'll be getting reminders from me because everyone usually has their phone, right? Not all the time are they checking their emails. I want to make sure that I get in their phones as well. It's like, hey, check your email. I have a message for you. So I know Stars uses it with her classes and her prompts and when she wants to reach out. And then what I love about it, when I talk about simplifying systems, even though I automate certain things, like if I have events going on, I can also know the last interaction I had with my client or whoever. So I can go back and I can see if I Instagram message them or if it was a email or a text, and then I can go back and see, oh, this is the last time I said hello to this person. Let me reconnect with them. So it captures everyone in one spot. So if I did want to re-invite them to the next event, the next Faith Forward Virtual Summit, I can. And I know
I can gauge how I should message it, because maybe the last time I talked to them was in 2020, because in my inbox, they got lost, right? Or my text messages, now I have a bunch of new contacts. And so I separate my business and my text, and it's all in one easy spot for me to simplify my world. And then I can get notifications. I can set up automations to notify me when someone contacts me, when somebody registers for an event, when somebody opts out, or whatever the case is, so that I can really nurture that person or reconnect with them if I want to. So yeah. I get too confused when the technology pieces don't work. I'm just like, want to throw in the towel, but then we pivot and learn, and I've learned a way to keep it simple. So
Angeline,
Yes.
do you mind? Oh, it looks like somebody just did.
So Angeline, I'm trying to, I shared my screen. I was showing how it works. Is there anything in the site that you no, for the computer. Is there something from my site that you want me to share with them so they can see what you're talking about on the screen? I had the marketing and that sort of stuff.
Go to the conversations tab. This is the key piece. When you have events, when you have the conversations, not contact, conversations. So, and go to all.
Can you guys see the screen? Hello?
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
All right. So you're in people's business. So don't read the message, but go ahead. Conversations. Go ahead and speak.
So when you see all, this is what I love the most about it, where I can simplify it. I can send them however I connect with them, whether they find me on Instagram, whether they find me on Facebook Messenger, whether I have their email or whether I have their phone. Every communication with them, you should be collecting their phone and email anyways, or capturing it, and the forms do that. But it all leads into this conversation section where every interaction you have with somebody, so start, if you want to find me, you can see our conversations back and forth. Every text, every email reminder is always there. So then you can remember if you already invited them to something, or if you prompted them to join you somewhere, or if you're like, oh man, I haven't talked to them since last year or last month, they haven't followed up. And you can even invoice them, because there's invoicing in the system, to be like, hey, reminder, I need you to pay, because everyone likes to cash in, right? So, super simple, one-stop shop of all the things.
I went a different way. Is this a different way? You notice?
I can't see anything. I'm sorry.
Oh, I went.
I'm only dialed in.
Okay.
I'm dialed in only, so I can't see your screen.
I went to your actual name, and it's mixed. It shows the text messages and then the emails, and then on the side you can tasks, and then over here
contact information.
Notes. Yeah. So all of her info's here. I'm gonna put your birthday in. When's your birthday?
January 28th, this month, coming up, y'all. January is my favorite month. As Starstina said earlier, the 19th, yesterday, 2 days ago, Thursday, was my anniversary for my wedding, 4-year wedding anniversary, and then January 28th is my birthday. So you can put that in there. So yeah, you can send yourself reminders to be more personable with your clients and say happy birthday. You can automate that.
I have the marketing. Oh, good. Did you hear that, Renee? We can put the birthdays in there, the automation. I hate missing people's birthdays. I love it. So quick question, Angeline. If you have the automations for the birthday, for example, I have my online fitness boutique studio. If I have everyone's birthday in there, would it automatically send a happy birthday if I type it in, or how does that work? Would love to hear.
You would have to set it up in the automation section. So it is a very do-it-yourself platform. But what's beautiful is that you have me. Plus, if you see the question mark at the top right-hand screen, there's a little black question mark that gives you all the support too for all your questions on how to do things. But really, this gives you the power and empowers you to take control. And once you set it all up, it's done, right? Like a little bit of work. Yeah, you have to set up how you want the automations done. Under the sites and under the marketing, how you want your template to look. But that's just like building anything when you start from the ground up. And then once it's in there, you are good to go.
I have the marketing section up if you want to talk about that portion.
I can't.
So
there's email templates and there's so much. You can talk on what you've experienced, Tina. It's hard for me to not be able to see it because what I want to focus on.
The one I want to talk about, guys, if you're looking, if you notice here at the top, this is my Facebook page. This is my Instagram, LinkedIn, somewhere else up here, but you can put up, how many can you put in there? I have 3. I don't have that many social medias. Is it 3 or 4 you can have, Angeline? What's the most?
So you can connect all of your Facebook pages. They do have to be business pages because the third-party integration, Facebook requires that it's for business purposes. Your personal, they want you to be personal, of course. So then you can also post to Facebook groups. You can do your Instagram post. It's also a professional Instagram. This is for your business to grow your business and capture leads. You can connect to your LinkedIn. You can connect to TikTok because, TikTok is the grown new encyclopedia. I learned so much on TikTok. And I believe those are it. They're continuing to grow the platform. But yeah, and it's really simplified way. You
Wonderful.
can have, if you know what funnels are, you can have unlimited funnels, unlimited websites, unlimited landing pages.
Now. The emails, if you want to talk about email campaigns or templates.
Yep. So you can create a specific template that you can blast out to all your people if you'd like, and do an email campaign, just like if you're familiar with MailChimp, so it replaces that. So really what this does with the Kingdom Sparkle Agency is it simplifies all the software that as a business owner, and you were told by all the experts to do. Get a landing page, get a website, do the funnels, automate your emails, automate your text messages. You get it in one spot. So you save on the software and you save on the cost to keep it in one area, and you don't have to be in that technology dizziness of, wait, how do I log into here? Or now I have to learn a new software, or how does this work? Or you just learn it in one area. Also, Kajabi, we have a membership section where you can build your courses and do all the things there too. If that's, as a coach, I know a lot of coaches are in here. I was hearing what each of you do. You can build all your courses in here too, and have your members log into one spot, and then you can still interact with them when they finish your course, and you don't have to log in here or log in there or what's my password. One area to kind of simplify your life as a business owner and entrepreneur. So I could talk on and on. I'm a tech geek, so if I don't want to bore you with anything. Does anybody have any questions? There's a lot. It's a super powerful tool. I did it for myself, and Stars and Christina Howard, my MomLink president, and my different coaches that I have hired has really pushed me to be like, hey, you're doing it for yourself. You could really, that not a lot of people do. Why don't you do it for yourself? And as I prayed on it, and I did my own Sparkle system of the acrostic I shared with you all earlier, I got that God download of the Kingdom Sparkle Agency. So this is the first part to activate your Sparkle, is to find a system to simplify your life. So then you can align with and collaborate with your clients, and then you can amplify all the things and the provision and breakthroughs and abundance that's biblically given, that God has said the life that He wants for us. So who wants to ask a question?
Angie, this is Dale again. I have another question. Can you speak a little bit about how you kind of got started and how long you've been in, how long you started your company and your experience, and how you overcame the humps and whatnot, a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So honestly, when it comes to me, I've been through a lot of valleys, right? And I've always had the faith, and I've always had an entrepreneurial heart. I could always go back to starting with network marketing and how I started, and really network marketing is what led me into a
entrepreneurial journey and self-development, and I really was more aligned with that. So as I continued to grow and continued to tap into what I really wanted to do for me and what really it wasn't for me. I was 19 months after the pandemic happened, I was actually forced to slow down. I was in the hospital, and then for a whole month I had to take a leave of absence from my day job. I could not help my husband with the kids. I could not really do anything because I could hardly breathe. I could hardly talk. I could hardly laugh. I could hardly move because I was running so hard and trying to figure out me and how I could fit in this world. And I was leaving all these big problems and forgetting really what mattered the most, and God. He put me in a pause to really make me slow down. And I got the first download of the Faith Forward Virtual Summit. I did the summit all on my own because, hey, I couldn't invest in having someone do it for me. And I had to find my own systems to do it. And the next year, when I went through another valley, that's kind of where you get your God instances. I never call them coincidences anymore. And I went through another valley, and I had to really connect again back to my spirit. And the Kingdom Sparkle Agency was kind of born from that. I've been using this technology for 4 or 5 years now, but when I decided to create it as a business, it's very new. So I just launched it honestly last year. And it was super powerful. And when I partnered with a software company to really make it my own, and the Kingdom Sparkle Agency was born from there. I just knew that it was something that was needed. And the prayers was, I didn't even think this was an area that I wasn't even thinking to be part of my business. So when I say multidimensional, God really, once you lean into that and what He's called you for, He'll show you your true calling. And so that's where the Kingdom Sparkle Agency came for me. It just was a God thing, and I always thought all these other business ventures were a good thing, but when it comes to God thing, that's when it becomes a great thing. So
I love it. I would say, Angeline, that your purpose found you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it found you. That's beautiful. And you're amazing. You hire for anything, she's right on it. Let me tell you. She's done a few things for me, and she's in the process of doing some few more things for me too. And she's amazing. She's very good at her craft, very caring, has a big heart.
Angeline, would you say that? Would you say that as you accepted and found, God gave you this vision and walked into it, would you say that doors started opening and you started accepting it and owning it and walking in it? Would you say that makes sense?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's exactly how it is. Because when you think that it's your own, that's when it's all in His timing and all for His good. Because it's until I embraced that and really leaned into that more, things weren't opening. Like He doesn't shut doors, He opens more opportunities, but you have to walk through that door. You have to really, and building, and as I continued, I didn't even know what to do with the Faith Forward Virtual Summit, honestly. I was just like, okay, I need to create a summit as a business owner to start getting leads. And Faith Forward, I wanted to fast forward through that sickness and the double pneumonia and stopping, and all I could hear was Faith Forward instead. And then when I was trying to lean, I'm like, okay, I'm this, I'm certified here, I've learned this, I know all these things. The Kingdom Sparkle Agency really was that download and that whisper that got louder and louder. And as I learned to listen and tap into more of His word and really soak into His presence and pray, my whole acronym that I shared earlier,
that's when it all unraveled to where it is now and where it's going. And I'm super excited to see. My word for 2023 is kingdom. I thought it was sparkle. That's really my life word, sparkle, just because that's what I love to do. I love everything that sparkles and shines. My walls are covered with glitter. It's insane. My husband thinks I'm crazy, but I that's what I've had to really align myself with, right? And thank you for asking that question, because it's, yeah, to simplify my answer.
Thank
yeah.
you so much. Thank you so much.
Of course. You're very welcome. Because, you know, I've learned when I first got into the entrepreneurial world, it was hard for me to embrace it, because you get into the, even society tells you that you need to separate your beliefs and your faith, and you leave that to yourself and you do your business a different way. And so as I try to learn how the world did business, it didn't work. So everything can be a good thing, but until it's a God thing, it won't be a great thing. I know I repeated that, but that's just what's in my heart right now to share. So that's it.
Any other questions
Thank you,
for
guys.
me?
I have a question, Angelique. For the going back to your acronym, could you kind of go over the R? I wasn't sure what that was.
Yeah. So the R is really to ruminate and radiate an attitude of gratitude. So ruminate is really stopping, thinking, soaking in that gratitude, and really remember and think of what you're grateful for. Sometimes we say the word thank you for granted. We take it for granted because we always say it. It's like one of the P's and Q's that we are ingrained as we grow up, that our parents taught us. And I really being able to ruminate in that and keep that as your essence of how you go about anything that you're faced with, especially when you get attacked with negativity, especially when you get surrounded with those who don't align with what you're trying to do, or you're faced with adversity and you have conflict, right? I've always been one of those, like, I don't like conflict, but I'm like, now I'm just like, well, if I ruminate what I'm thankful for in this, and if I really radiate that attitude of gratitude, I can't feel anything but joy, because there's no more room for anything else, if that makes sense.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Well, I love y'all. I'm on my phone, so it's probably going to maybe drop me next again. So,
Angelique, if you can put in the chat
how
how can we connect with you? If you can put that in the chat.
Yes, Stars, can you do that for me? Or Renee, I know you're on. I don't have chat dialing in. So guys, quick tip, if you cannot log in to the Zoom, there is an invite with all the numbers. I never realized what all those numbers mean. It means you can dial in and do a video call if you need to. And that's what I did. I dialed into the number that was to my time zone, and I put in the meeting codes and the passwords, and it let me in so you guys can hear my voice like a video conference back in the day. I think this is probably the first iteration of Zoom where you dial in for a call and talk to people if you can't do video. So I have no video and I have no chat, but if one of my amazing power team people that I've partnered with could drop that in the chat, I'd appreciate it. It's info.kingdomsparkleagency.com/contact. So that's a mouthful, or you can just do
as well. You heard me, Angeline?
I did not, sorry.
And I'm sure we'll get some type of automation with your contact information and Carol's.
Oh yes, y'all will get a follow-up. That's so if you registered through the site, I know it's a lot of been word of mouth, but if you registered through the sites and clicked the things and entered your info, I was able to capture that with each coach that invited you in. and we'll be able to send you a follow-up email with our contact information and all the things. So not too late to register if you haven't already, to give us the information so you can get all the communication.
Yay, yay, yay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's make some noise.
You're welcome.
Woo, 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 woo. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, you're welcome. And I just want to end it with a laughter yoga exercise. I know I was cut off not doing it. So if you guys will, laughter is super contagious. It's also the most universal language in the world. Whether you go to France, whether you go to the Philippines, whether you go to Tibet, no matter where you are in the world, laughter is understood and heard. And when you hear it, you know it. And it's super contagious because you're like, who is laughing? What are they laughing at? I want to laugh too, right? It's that human instinct. And that's why I love it. And that's why I became a laughter yoga leader. And that's why I use it as one of my modalities in my coaching, is because, and I do it when things go wrong. So I want to end again with the breathing exercise of laughter, where we're going to, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Can't hear you now. You're muted. Oh, we lost her.
I'm looking forward to this. So we got to get there.
Yeah, we did it yesterday in the Mom's Link room. It was really cool.
We did a little bit earlier when she started. Remember that hoo-ha? I loved it. I was giving like the real evil laugh. I think this time.
Yeah, you was.
That was like you? Tina. That was you, Tina? Jeez, I was wondering.
Tina. Oh, my God.
That's me. I saw your face, Frank.
I used to do that to my kids, and I do it to my niece to scare them. Like,
see, you was mean, Tina.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we hear you now.
Yes, we can.
All right. So I was just going to do I hear you guys already doing it. So we already did it in the beginning of my talk. I'm glad that you guys are laughing now. Thank you all so much for your time. I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate your grace as I move through the technology. It's so embarrassing. Tech girl having tech issues. So, thank y'all, and I love y'all, and it was so great to hear all
we
of
didn't
your
do
voices.
it.
Wait, we didn't do it.
Oh, no?
No.
Oh.
We were just laughing.
Laugh.
Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. So please, everyone, and if you're on video, I know that everyone would love to see your faces to laugh as well. It's super contagious when you see it as well. So please show your video, unvideo yourself. Show your video, unmute your mic. We're going to breathe in. We're going to take a deep breath through our nose, hold it at the top for 5 seconds, and then we're going to release in a laughter, all right, through our mouth. So breathe in to the top, deep breath in through your nose. Hold it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and laugh it out.
Woo!
We're going to breathe in again through our nose. One more time. Breathe in big through your nose, and we're going to laugh it out. Breathe in through your nose, and then laugh it out. Very good. Yay! Very good. Very good. Yay.
Very good.
So, yes, that is how I end the laughter yoga exercise. You'll hear me prompt, very good, very good, yay! I always clap, and then I throw my hands in the air like childlike playfulness during a laughter yoga session. That is what I do as well. So what I want to say for you as far as a freebie, if you come back for the next 3 consecutive Saturdays and you're present and you invite some friends, register, make sure I'll send a follow-up email to everyone that's here. I'm sure we captured who has attended to put a name in, and if they refer you, if you invite a friend, you'll be into a drawing to get a laughter yoga session for you and your friends. So that is my freebie for y'all. I appreciate y'all for giving me some grace, and I hope to see y'all in the next couple Saturdays. I'm so stoked, and I'm excited for you to hear from the rest of the coaches.
So guys, as I told you, Mercury in retrograde is acting a dunk. I can't get internet on my computer. So Mercury, anyway, can someone, if you have the whole screen, can you take a photo, please? Because all I have is my phone. Because, you know, we love Mercury in retrograde, whatever the heck. But let's all pose for the camera. Dale, you taking the photo for us? Let me suck in the fat. Here we go. Who's taking the picture? Who's taking the picture?
I got it.
All right. 1, 2, 3. I hope she got it. Did you get it?
I got it.
Woo-woo! So you guys see that beautiful health there? Health, open your mouth. Tell them who you are, girl. That's one of our speakers. Do I see the other building? Can we hear from our other speakers before we get out of here? I would spotlight you, but I can't do it from a phone. But Health, talk to us.
Okay, hopefully I'll get kicked out again. Zoom is not feeling me today, or the Mercury or whoever you call it. I am Shantae with Flair. Listen, I am so delighted and excited about Absolute Elite Mindset Coaching. Listen, here's the thing. You guys want to continue to be a part. I'm actually offering my course to everyone who's registered to attend this coaching. I'm going to let you into my live masterclass, which is called Big Energy, the remix. Listen, I'm all about that energy. I'm going to help you feed the right wolf. And me and Pamski is going to be closing this thing out. We're running Anchor on this 4-week coaching session. I'm telling y'all, I'm ready to bring that heat, and I am ready to up level those bonuses that you're getting just for being here, just for taking part in action on what Carol said, just for taking action on what Angeline said, just for taking action on each and every one of what the coaches said. I'm letting you into big energy. And I am Shantae with the Flair. Listen, I have done 3 Super Bowls, 5 Orange Bowls. And when I tell y'all I'm ready to bring that fire to you and help you tap into some of that big winning energy, let's go. Back to you, stars. Woo!
I'm excited. Jeez.
I am loving it. So I know we have some other speakers in the building. Pam, are you able to share? I know I saw Debbie in the building. These are some of the speakers that we have in the following weeks. On mic, Debbie, I'm coming to you, Debbie. Debbie, you are on the spotlight now, girlfriend. Speak to us, Debbie.
Thank you. And I'm so excited. And I actually will be speaking next week, and I'm going to talk about stress management, because who in their life doesn't need to learn how to manage their stress? As somebody that's had anxiety, I've learned to manage stress as well. So that's going to be my topic next week. And I don't know if Mindy's here, but she will be presenting as well. And she's going to be talking about self-confidence. So it's going to be a powerful week. And I look forward to seeing you guys all next weekend on Saturday.
Woo. Pam,
Yes.
I'm able to share. Pam, is Pam still in here?
I think Pam had to leave.
Can
I hear somebody.
This is Mindy. Yes, this is Mindy real quick.
Yay, Mindy.
Yes, I am at the museum right now, and I'm doing some creativity at the Open Studio, and I'm going to be partnering with Debbie. I'm so excited. I'll be doing the self-confidence with Debbie and working with her to increase self-confidence, and working with her to help people to reduce their levels of anxiety. And right now I'm using creativity at the museum, teaching classes at the museum. There's open studios going on this side and on this side. So that's why I wasn't on camera today. We got some people doing some creativity exercises today. So I'm really excited about that too. But I was listening in, and I really appreciate all the things that Carol and Angeline said today, and the laughter. That was amazing. I'm going to share that in our open studios today. So thank you all for doing that. That was really awesome. So yay, I'm so excited. Thanks everybody.
Yay. Thank you so very much, Mindy. So guys, I'm working this out on the cell phone now. I think I got all the speakers that are here. If you're wondering what this is, if you're I'm hoping this is still recording on YouTube because that's where it began. I want to thank everyone for coming through. I see Richard Ruler, Dale, Cynthia, Ardina, woo, 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 Cheryl, 407 number there. As I scroll through, Tabitha, Ivory, Chris, Mommy. This is absolute elite mindset coaching. This is a 4-week coaching program that's going to bring you not all the tools, some of the tools when it comes to your business, when it comes to your mindset, when it comes to life. We hope to see you here next week. Mercury in retrograde. Please be nice. As I told you, my computer's not even working now. It's just like not there. But anyway, I am Stars Tina. We will see you next week. Any questions? DM someone. We'll see you then. Peace and a bottle of hair grease, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Awesome.